could peel for themselves.
Jin Bart! We were talking about the Jin so much early in the morning, and he actually slams it. Guma loves the Jin. So many people who are not AD carry players, though, do not like this Jin. I will say, calm down a little bit here. There is no tank on the enemy team, and that is the biggest inhibitor to the Jin. So as much as everybody loves memeing on Jin picks, there is no armor stacking tank here, and that's the biggest problem that he has to deal with.
There's a lot of history, obviously, with Jin and T1. None of it good, and it is also a really big pivot away. I think the laning strength is the only similarity, but outside of that, not really going to be the case. The Alistar actually coming back here does mean that Missing will be able to provide engage, and I really like this. I feel like you're kind of need to have some extra form of CC here besides Divide to really get the most out of your Rumble in particular.
It's perfect for the setup.
369.
Now they know!
Total control of the lane, but just now sees Owner. Owner mounting up on the way in, looking to lock him up and take him out. 369 still standing for now. Will he burn the flash or just accept his fate, trying instead to turn and burn onto Zeus, get a little bit more health damage, just accepts his fate. First blood for the side of T1. Knight and Kanavi not able to find the counterpunch in mid lane.
They're calling up everybody here. This is going to be a full 5-on-5. Both bot lanes coming.
No ultimates available for either support. There are ultimates for both Ruler and Guma. We'll see if T1 is able to contest here.
No flash for Keria. Has to be a bit careful about how far forward he steps. Kanavi ready with the ultimate. Zeus strong.
Getting low.
But opted for lethality. He's still relatively squishy, all things considered. Zeus still stepping forward with the Infernal Chain, looking for the lockup. Tempered Fate now coming in, isolating Knight. Knight right in the back line, and Owner immediately with the follow-up engage. Zeus still standing. Now finally the bias going in, but it might just be too little too late. Knight, fancy feet to the back of the fight. Zeus ticking, burning, but the shutdown to 369. But now they're just fish caught in the barrel, waiting on the slaughter of the curtain call. T1 stepping in and dominating the Herald fight. Zeus, no boots yet, no magic mantle. Working steadily towards what we assume will be a Duskblade here as he backs away. Maybe suspects the play from Kanavi. Charge forward, lock up, ulti used in the previous fight. 369 still burning him down. Zeus running for the hills, the Rumble, and the buy. Get it done on the top side. A bit of hope for JDG. And reminder that when we talk about JDG, we talk about scaling graciously, being willing to lose something here or there, so when they hit two items, they can find the perfect angle for a fight, something they are so incredibly good at doing. That said, T1 taking control for so much of this early game, almost 2K in their favor. They're not willing to give up this Drake for free. Owner into the pit, and he will steal it right out of Kanavi's hands. Curtain call over the wall. There is nowhere for that buy to go. Guma now on a killing spree, Missing running for his life, locked up into the wall. Equalizer used just to keep the support alive.
T1 make it look effortless there. They just come in, yoink, thank you so much for the dragon. Owner steals it away, and they also get the... Never mind, he gets a freebie back.
Staying a bit too long, stun now coming through. 369, careful not to overheat too quickly. Continuing to walk forward, making sure now he has the flame spitter to try to bring it back. Shockwave there, Keria not quite able to connect. Maybe they have the damage. Faker's gonna be in trouble, Missing now pushing him back, trying to sacrifice. 369 burns down to the ignite of Keria. Missing killed as well, and every play that looks like it favors JDG just turns in the favor of T1.
One thing that's so cool about the T1 bottom lane here, and them continuing to innovate on the world's meta, is that with Jin and Bard, you have so many pick tools for the mid stages of the game. When you get towers down so early like this, it frees up a lot of space to go in. Room for Keria to make some picks here with the Bard ultimate, as well as Gumayushi with these Ws, trying to root up behind anything that Owner goes for. So when you're in a time window like this, where Zeus does have his teleport ready, you have to be so scared as JDG, because Zeus can just split push and then still teleport into the rest of the team towards his dragon spawn. There he comes.
Now the curtain call comes out, isolating Kanavi. Keria now on the follow, trying to take the jungle out before the dragon comes alive. Ignite already burning down, Kanavi running. Half health. If T1 want to capitalize on this window, they're going to need to fight soon.
And look at that. Zeus was able to push the wave all the way up. He teleports down to the bottom side. Now T1 have the minion wave crashing top side. They can push out mid, and they're threatening JDG on this team fight. Zeus on the flank, down bottom, in the tri-brush.
Herald already utilized. Going to create some pressure, going to break open mid lane at the very least. T1 already pulling ahead in the play. If they can get the Drake as well, it's everything. Owner waiting in the darkness. JDG, this is such a tough angle to fight from. Continuing to stay around, continuing to stick around, willing to give up so many resources. The crash in mid lane already happened from the Herald. The tower slowly but surely crashing. Or rather breaking down now as Dragon still aggroed here. Keria playing on the edge. Ruler going through the portal. Feathers fly, but to little effect as JDG just have to run the pullback over the wall. Now they're just trying to isolate and take out Zeus. Big gold influx for the side of JDG. Can they take the fall fight? Already the equalizer burned. Carrier running through the magical journey. Everybody trying to get out, but Owner will be denied. Owner cannot find the escape, but it doesn't matter because T1 are there in time. Missing trying to fire back. Gumayushi out of ammo, desperately trying to reload, but here comes the kunai. Here comes Knight, the flash away to safety. 3 shots left in the barrel. Manages to lock him down, playing on the edge, missing as he stepped
Faker's
too
coming!
far. Faker on the flank. No shockwave. A lot of help. Has to play careful here. Knight, no ultimate. Needs to make his way out of this one. The lockup there from Guma from so far away. Owner coming in, the pullback on a missing, trying not to stick around for too long. One taken down already. Knight now going in, trying to turn it back. Guma says not today.
Guma puts it right between his eyes as Knight goes for the kill.
Locket as well coming out for Carrier just to make sure that it's that much harder to burst through Gumayushi. And with JDG so far behind in so many positions, they might just not have enough damage to finish off these priority targets. Carrier going in. Lineup not quite there, but the captive audience now coming through. Missing, trying to back up. Shockwave pulling back just to kill the Alistair, but they get to tier 2 as well.
The range on this composition, baby. Look at those picks for T1. The cow is down, and they're gonna get a free bottom tower. Look at the minimap. Zeus, free to split push to his heart's content. The last outer tower. The defense is here for JDG, crumbling.
Carrier, perfect predict on the Shuriken flip, means the lockup is there on a Knight. He goes into the Shroud. Kanavi ready to give his life to protect his mid laner. They're now going into the back line straight onto Guma. Locked up with a temper flame, doesn't quite connect to the Jin. Burns to the ground. JDG trying to hold on to hope, but here is Zeus. Here is the top laner right as they need him to crash down. The pull back on the Infernal Chains.
Ruler.
Missing goes in, but he cannot find the edge. Ruler still stands, but he doesn't have the angle to attack. He doesn't have the angle into the fight. The Shroud will take Knight out to safety, and T1 stands strong despite the kill on the Guma. TP from the Akali. Knight in the area now. T1 maybe just going to fish for the pick here. Already got one advantage. Tempered Fate onto Kanavi is big. The lineup is there. Zeus immediately going to look to knock him down. Can they find it? Kanavi now going right back into Zeus. Owner in the area. Big damage coming in for the Dark and Blade. Missing on the backside, trying to buy some space. With a shockwave, it's clean. And in comes the curtain call. It is Zeus wreaking havoc on all of JDG to finish the fight. T1 looking to break over the base of JDG.
That's a clean ace. That's got to be the game. I think they can push for the end.
Halt construction on the Golden Road immediately. T1 have something to say about it.
From start to finish, they have been in the driver's seat from the creative pathing in the early game of Owner to shut down 3-6-9. T1 have their eyes on the prize, and the prize alone. A spot in the finals, or at least one game closer. T1 showing up massive in this first game. Missing and Kanavi should not be enough. The Nexus lower and lower. T1 drawing first blood in this series.